When I'm helping clients to write their blogs, they always ask me, is there one blog that I can write that's going to be like a magic wand and get my endless stream of leads and clients and promote my business in a non-salesy way? The honest answer is no, there's not just one super duper blog, but there is a blog that I strongly suggest and recommend that my clients write. So whether they're brand new in business or they've been in business for a while. So in this video, I'm going to tell you what this blog is, what to include in this blog, what to do with this blog once you've written it, explain why it's a really good idea to write it, and I'll also share examples of fabulous blogs that are written in this style. So, you know the drill. Grab a cuppa and let's get this show on the road. I first heard about this blog from the fab peeps at Jammy Digital, and the blog is everything you need to know about my product or service. Now, that's not the title you go off and use and write about, because obviously you need to put in what your product or service is. So it could be everything you need to know about my online Mediterranean cooking class, or it could be everything you need to know about my one-to-one personal training sessions for women over 50. Or it could be everything you need to know about my makeup sessions for brides-to-be. So now we have the title of this blog. What on earth do you include in it? Well, this is your opportunity to answer the questions that your potential client, your audience, is going to have about your product or your service. So, answer what is your product or your service. You can even tell them who it's definitely for, and also explain who it's not for. It could be that your product is an expensive product or service. This is where you can start talking about it and explaining why it's the price point that it is. It could be that your product or your service is perceived as cheap or affordable, and again, talk about it in this blog too. So that's just some ideas of some of the questions that you can ask and answer in this blog. So what specific questions can you ask and answer in this blog for your audience? So when's the best time to write this blog to help you get leads and clients and to promote your business? There's no time like the present. So whether you are new to this business malarkey or you've been in business for a while, it's worthwhile blocking out time in your diary and settling down with a large cuppa if you want to, and start brainstorming the content, the questions that you need to answer in this blog for your audience. What can you do with your everything you need to know about my product or service blog once you've written it? Well, a fab place to put it is on your website, and it can sit there quite nicely within your blogs. But another fab place to put it is on your sales page. So if a visitor lands on your sales page and reads through it, and then they see your everything you need to know about your product or service blog, then they can hop off and read that, and that hopefully that blog will then answer the big questions that they might have, and or encourage them to get in touch or to pop back to your sales page and buy. And let's not forget, you can share it quite easily on social media. So you can create a post that takes the reader directly to your blog, or you can take each of the sections of your blog and create individual posts that answer these specific questions that you have answered in your everything you need to know about my product or my service blog. Another great place that you can share this blog is with your email list. And it's a great piece of content to have in your armoury when you're doing a sales campaign to your email list. It can be used to help those who are possibly sitting on the fence and not sure whether or not to buy your product or your service. You give them everything they need to know about your product or your service in this blog. So you might be thinking this blog is going to be massive. Why is it worth writing this blog? Well, there's two big reasons I think it's worth writing. There's a benefit to you, and also there's a benefit to your potential client. The benefit to you is this is where you sit down and really think about the questions that your audience will have about your product or your service. And this is your opportunity to start thinking about how you can answer them and what's going to help them decide whether or not your product or service is for you. So it doesn't matter if you create a blog that only answers 5 or 6 questions initially. Once you've actually written it, it's so easy to go back and update with other questions as they either come to your mind or as you get asked them. You can update this blog with answers to those specific questions. So why is this blog useful to your potential client and your audience? Well, it helps them answer the big questions that they might have about your product or your service. But not only that, it shows them that you have thought about them. You're answering the questions that they might have. Now, some of the answers might be quite uncomfortable for you to write, but your audience is going to love you all the more for that, because the last thing you want is to encourage the wrong people to buy your product or your service. That's not great for your business, and it's not great for the person who has bought it. Another big benefit that I've been told by clients that they felt by writing this blog is when they've been brainstorming the content for this blog, it's triggered other blog ideas for them. It's made them realise that there's other questions that they are perhaps not answering in their marketing. And by spending time writing down those questions, it's inspired them to go off and write other blogs once they've written this one. So where can you see examples of these types of blogs in action? I'm going to show you 2 really fab examples. The first one is by Diana Wilson, and she helps you to create online courses that people want to buy. So as you'll see from her blog, she takes you through everything that you need to know about her online community that helps you to create these online courses that people want to buy. Now here's an example from a photographer who does photo shoots for newborn babies. And again, you'll see in this example that they've covered quite a lot of things that people want and need to know before they will book a session for their newborn baby with her. It's extensive, but by the looks of things, she has also thought of everything in this blog. So there you have it, a blog that I recommend all my clients to write and to share and to get out there to help them get leads and clients and to promote their business in a non-salesy way. As always, if you've got any questions, pop them below and I'll be sure to answer them. I'll see you next time. Bye for now. If you've got any questions or comments on today's video, then please feel free to pop them below. And also, if you haven't already, then please subscribe to my video. Now, what happens is with every new subscriber, I celebrate with a cup of tea. I love tea, what can I say? So if you'd like me to have another cup of tea today, then please go on, hit that subscribe button now. See you next time.